Hello, dear friends. I'm late due to a local power blackout. Opinion piece. A clear future. Victory is assured. Political earthquake. There will be flying cars. Everyone reaps what he sow. Michael Salla, Trump advisor. An unprecedented winter begins. 80% is hidden and 20% is public. All will be revealed in the change. The Trump effect is a creative explosion. Everything is in crisis, for better or worse. Trump launches a challenge against the big banks. New list of 209 countries connected to the QFS system. Let's start. The future will be bright, but we have a bit of conflict and the last gaps and machinations of the minions, says Juan Osavin with James Grudwick. Our life was directed by supreme lords, and they got their way. This will be a time of selection and justice, but not before saying that there will be flying cars and new technology. Lots of great content, but you will have to endure the congestion problem at the beginning. Dr. Michael Salla has been nominated as an advisor to the Trump administration on innovative technology. He will report on what he has learned about exotic propulsion systems, secret space programs, alien and ancient technologies, etc. This seems like a dream come true. Regeneration. Ranra's message to lead all creation back to the divine. We are making intergalactic history right now because we have had enough. After 12,000 years of evil reigning on Earth, enough is enough. We are done playing. The pendulum has swung again, but much stronger and faster than anyone anticipated. Not only has it swung back, but it has done so with such ferocity that it has broken free, never to return to the realm of evil again. The brief flash of evil on Earth was absolutely nothing compared to what is coming now. Here we go, humanity, to imbue all the creation with the divine, and you too will be able to laugh again, win again, bath again in the bliss, light and delight of the divine. And not even tomorrow, but right now, if you want it. According to James Gilliland, acting outside of universal law diminishes access to love, joy, bliss, and higher frequencies. It diminishes one's power and creates karma. You cannot take these emotions and abilities by force. You acquire them by surrendering to the God within, making your own personal connection to the Great Spirit. You may acquire some abilities through darker forces, but these abilities come at a price. Accumulating great wealth at the expense of humanity and the earth creates karma, a reaction to your own actions. Everyone reaps what he sows. Hidden. According to Kavamur, 80% is hidden and 20% is public. The storm has been going on for some time, but how much will we see before the shift? Most things will remain hidden because people are not ready for bigger revelations without greater awareness. Therefore, full revelation comes after ascension. The Anonymous have adopted dark ideas about white hats playing with black hats, but when these narratives die, the search for better answers begin. In reality, there are no actors putting on masks every day for many years to fool the world as some kind of white hat show. There is a more hidden show going on, beyond what some people can bear. The mask theory is linked to a much larger theory that everything is scripted and staged, and that the white hats are doing bad things because they have already defeated evil and are playing both sides. It's ironic because that's exactly what the cabal does. The White Hats and the Galactics see the reactions to issues like human cloning and see many people who are affected by it. That is why very deep things can't be revealed to the masses until they change. It was understood how deep it is. Society would fall apart. In case if it was understood, I mean. Rapid cloning explains everything. The process of rapidly growing a human clone in a few months produces visual mismatches when trying to match it to an older person. Genetic twins don't always have the same ears, and clones don't have it either. White hats don't control our institutions, and black hats replace their own people with clones. Cloning for control has happened in politics and entertainment for decades. It's always about morality. White hats don't fool the public. Black hats fool us in many ways, even using mind-controlled puppets in everything they do. You can still have full disclosure even if it's not widely accepted. Please know that there is nothing to fear. Victory is assured and all will be revealed in the change. Trump effect. The Trump effect is a global creative explosion according to Steve Biko. It's as if the whole world is experiencing a creative explosion. The Taliban seem to want to enjoy post-Yisra world life and have asked to be removed from the list of terrorist organizations. The Houthis have stopped their actions. Hamas wants peace. Putin and Trump are making overtures. Xi Jinping is conciliatory. It seems that international leaders are feeling again and again what one Twitter user called the Trump effect. And why do some world leaders not feel liberated? Many of them were probably prisoners of the deep state, as many Hollywood celebrities and blackmailed politicians have been. World leaders know what odds they face. Trump told them so on his 2017 world tour. Everything is in crisis, for better or worse. I don't want to be a spoilsport, but in my humble opinion, this time we do have to drain the swamp. We saw what happened when, after the Second World War, we imported the enemy. In the end, they and other elitists took over the governments of the world. According to Archangel Michael, everything that needs to be removed, everything that needs to be abandoned, everything that needs to be healed in this cesspool we call chaos has to come to the surface. Otherwise, what happens is that there is a belief that there is a cure, an adaptation, a remedy, but the core of the problem is not addressed, and so the bad guys set up shop and the wound festers. Things are now a little different than they were during World War II. The energy of the light of love is increasing, culminating in ascension. It will not be so easy for the bad actors to stay. The Avengers will not succeed, so there is no need to be alarmed about something that is festering. Quite the contrary, they will live on their own. For example, the Divine Mother explains the character of the dictator. It is painful for a being who seeks power for himself or power over another, whether it is a father or a mother over a son or daughter, a husband over a wife, a man over an army. It doesn't matter. The exercise of control never brings joy. The pain simply grows, and so the actions get more grotesque, bigger, until the crash happens. Post-election euphoria. Why did 12 helicopters land at the White House? They are preparing something big. Trump names Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to head the Department of Government Efficiency. Republicans appear to win the House of Representatives with 219 to 219 and 209, exceeding the 280 needed for a majority. Media and DC in panic mode as Trump prepares to dismantle the deep state, according to Red Pill News Live. Donald Trump could be a Tesla power time traveler, according to Rafapal. The future tests the past. The reign of global health will be in the hands of RFK Jr., according to Crystal Riva. Trump acknowledged that his first administration was filled with bad people, and is determined not to repeat those mistakes. In quotes, I picked people that, in retrospect, I wouldn't have picked. Now I know who the smart ones are, the dumb ones are, the weak ones are, and the strong ones are, he said. New York City closes housing for immigrants early. Los Angeles Police Department says it won't help with massive deportations of illegal immigrants. According to Sierra, President Trump will use the military to deport all illegal immigrants. Other countries around the world may follow suit. High-ranking officials consider rebelling against President Trump's orders. Republican Senator Mitch McConnell is either retiring or has been forced to resign. Colonel Douglas McGregor doesn't believe Trump can stop the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. But he will get it. Post-election euphoria experiences include nervous breakdowns, deep state panic, and disbelief in Democrats. According to Sierra, a massive exposure for churches is coming. The Archbishop of Canterbury resigns. Trump may return to the White House before January 20th. The long-awaited decision on Brunson paves the way, backed by a Supreme Court ruling. The U.S. is preparing for the Supreme Court's decision on the Brunson case. This ruling could return power to Donald Trump. According to Look Through, Trump will inherit Biden's cookbooks, which would give the cabal leverage with which to inflict financial pain on families, who would then blame Trump. Trump issues a challenge to big banks: 10% cap on credit card interest rates, no usurious revolving interest. For too long, credit card companies have taken advantage of people with interest rates of 25, 30 or even 35%. Record-breaking winter begins, according to Space Commando. Record flooding turns into record snowfall at the start of the Northern Hemisphere winter. The Panama Channel reopens due to massive rainfall, refilling Gatun Lake. Water bubble lingers in the upper atmosphere due to the Hunga Tonga volcanic eruption. Political earthquake. Media manipulation doesn't work like it used to, according to Tom Luongo. Since Trump's victory last Tuesday, the usual suspects have been stirring up the waters with every bad idea possible to discourage and undermine that victory. Jerome Powell is public enemy number one for his restrictive monetary policy. Trump's victory caused a political earthquake in Berlin as the German government collapsed after Chancellor Olaf Scholz tried to satisfy a cash demand for his creditors over Ukraine. The finance minister refused to approve another 6 billion euros for Ukraine. But Germany ran out of money this fiscal year and needed to go to the Bundestag. So Scholz fired him and Lindner pulled the FDP out of the coalition. Now the situation in Germany is in a state of flux that we normally only see in places where color revolutions are taking place. The cultural and demographic shift against this globalist madness has already taken place. We are seeing the old German political order, which until now has held together by the iron fist of Angela Merkel, crumble. At some point, the German industrial class would make its presence felt. Trump's victory was the catalyst for that change. UK finds conspiracy theorists. Britain is stepping up its censorship of those who dissent from the official narrative, showing that it doesn't value freedom of expression, speech freedom. They have fined a conspiracy theorist $58,000 for the crime of speculating on the possibility that the Manchester Arena attack was a hoax. Economy. Iraq's oil was used to pay off debts to China and delay bankruptcy. The Chinese promised they won't bankroll corporations this time. 53% of American millionaires have fled or plan to flee the country. Boeing prepares to issue layoff notices to 17,000 workers this week. X22 report. They are planning an economic crisis. The central bank is projecting what they will do with the economy when Trump takes office. They have already started the narrative. Financial author Jim Rigatz hopes Trump can de-escalate the wars in Ukraine and the Middle East. But even if Trump manages to turn down the war drums, the economy is already in serious trouble. Trump has dismantled the Federal Reserve, and in March 2025, the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, and the Bank of Japan will follow, marking the collapse of the fiat money system. New intelligence reveals that these preparations have been in the making for months, even years. The scope of the EBS operation is unmatched by anything never attempted before in human history. The QFS, long the subject of speculation and rumor, is becoming a reality. With 97 on the top 100 central banks covertly lining up, the global economy is entering a new era of transparency and security. New list of 2009 countries that are connected to the QFS system. 97 of the 100 largest central banks are in the process of transforming to become full operational under the QFS RTGS system. The remaining 82 smaller central banks are preparing for this transition. GISARA initiative reveals the downfall of corrupt banks, the collapse of the stock market, and deep state corporations. The main mission is clear: to transfer colossal wealth from the clutches of the corrupt to the hands of the poor and the middle class. They warn about trashing or garbage dumping, the threat that ramages through discarded documents to commit cyber attacks. Documents that are sent to the trash of the electronic device or to physical trash are at risk, as demonstrated by the threat of trashing, which ramages through the user's trash to steal sensitive data and commit cyber scams. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.